Welcome to the Footy Wrap for round 11. Actually, we're in the middle of the split round here, so we're a little bit behind schedule, but I'm glad you're here, Clint, because Paul's on a hiatus, and we've got some big issues to tackle. You ready to go?
Good to be, mate. Pumped up. I'm going to throw out a few cliches for you if I can.
Let me throw
1 week at a time.
Let me throw a story at you right off the cuff. Chris Tarrant, who's already been in a lot of hot water for our Fremantle Dockers, in the game up at Northern Territory against the Bulldogs, has actually found himself in more hot water. Now let me just read this properly because I've got to get it right. Damien Hale, who's a Northern Territory politician and the AFL coach at their Institute of Sport, actually claims that Tarrant dropped his pants and slapped his bare bottom in front of a girl who he was having a drink with. And then when Hale went and said, I actually got what he says here, he says, mate, just because you're an AFL footballer doesn't mean you can treat her like this. Tarrant allegedly punched Hale in the face. So Fremantle and the AFL are investigating that now. What a massive story.
Mate, Tarrant.
What are your thoughts on all of that?
He's on the warpath again.
Yeah.
What a man. Well, look. I've never been one to shy away from a bare bum or two.
Paul Dimmatina, who's now a runner for Essendon, Clint, he used to play for the Bulldogs, I think. He's found himself in some hot water this week for sledging umpire Stefan Grun. He reminded the umpire during the game while he was running that footy's a man's game. And when he was asked about it, he said, I didn't drop a swear word, I was only really thinking out loud. Now, what are your thoughts on this? I mean, the umpire's name's Stefan for a start. That gives you a clue.
Yeah, look, I don't know. I mean, you got a point, but Dimmatina's, I don't know I'm not too sure whether Paul Dimmatina would like it if Stefan or anyone else came over to his restaurant.
Oh, yeah, he's got a restaurant on Lygon Street, hasn't he?
That's it. If anyone came out to Lygon and bagged him for his pizza or whatever.
How's your meal, mate?
Hi, mate. Just wondering why otherwise pizza tastes like
Slot! Tastes like slot! Barbara Sosa!
In a week of pretty bizarre stories, Max Rook, who's been suspended from the Geelong Cats for a week, has actually asked if he could step into the mascot suit.
Yeah, nice.
You knew that, did you?
No.
You were nodding along like you knew the story already. Well, maybe you do, because I know when you were a bit younger, you stepped into the mascot suit yourself.
Me?
You were the signet for the Sydney Swans.
I think I was, if I recall correctly, I was the signet for the Swans once on one occasion. Yes, so that's true, Jeff. Yes.
How was that? Did you enjoy that?
Come on, mate. Don't pretend as though you've never done it before yourself, mate.
I think they've all.
Who did it for quite some time with the Tigers?
I was the Richmond Tiger for a month or two.
Couple of years, I think.
Probably four years, actually. Yeah, if you want to be exact. I gave it away after 4 years, so I
think you
had a good run.
I think you were fine.
Wow, mate. I mean, we parted company, so that was pretty
fine.
We want to get the numbers up at Richmond, all right? Look at that. Get Tiggy back in his job. If we get the membership up to a certain level, we're putting it to you, Richmond Football Club. Reinstate
this man, he'd bleed for the Richmond, wouldn't you, Tiggy?
He would. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what we can do. Tiggy, everybody. Richmond members, ring, sign up. We're back with more after this.
Glenn Archer's 300th game's coming up, and the Kangaroos announced in the paper today. I know he's a bit of a favourite of yours, the shin boner of the century. It just got me to thinking, like, what the hell is a shin boner?
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't think anyone knows. I mean, everyone asks, no one's got the answer to that one. So.
Yep.
You know what a shin boner is?
Yeah.
Why were they called the shin boners?
Well, shin boner comes from back in the old days, when North used to play at Arden Street. What used to happen on a Saturday, Jeffy, was the butchers, the local North Melbourne butchers, would throw out their shin bones with some blue ribbons around them.
Hang them in the window?
Whack them out in the window.
Oh, yeah.
And as
support
sort of
the
a...
That's how they supported the boys, by hanging
team.
a shin bone in the window.
Yeah.
What, that supported the team?
Yeah.
Where did you get that, from Wikipedia or something?
Yeah.
Weren't they originally called the Bluebirds? The Kangaroos
they
as
were
well.
called. They were originally called the Bluebirds.
Oh, I think the shin
And then
boners
they
was the
went to
right
the
choice there.
Kangaroos.
We're at the halfway point of the season. Everyone's playing good attacking footy, and I think even the teams down the bottom of the ladder, like Melbourne, Richmond, and Carlton, the fans are still turning up to the games because they're playing good attacking footy. I think the only exception might be St Kilda. They've played a disgusting brand of footy, and they haven't lived up to the hype. I mean, they've got a lot of good players in that team, but Ross Lyon hasn't been able to bring them together.
No,
He's got infighting with Rod Butters and Grant Thomas. I think
cut it out.
Why?
Cut it out.
Why?
I don't mind you bagging my mascotting.
Yeah.
You can bag anything about me, but don't bag my whole team.
What?
Don't bag the Roys.
St Kilda?
Don't bag Rossi Lyon.
Oh, Fitzroy.
Yeah, don't bag Rossi Lyon.
Fitzroy,
don't bag an ex-Roy boy. The ex-Roy boys
Well, I
stand
just
up
think
when
he's
the
got to
chips
get some
are down.
runs on the board, Rossi Lyon.
The ex-Roy boys stand up when the chips are down. That's a fact.
Well, they lost almost every game in their last season, which was over 10 years ago, so might be time to move on, I think.
Look, this is probably a good moment for me to tell you where to go. I just want to have a little, while I got a chance, I want to talk about Fitzroy in this footy forum atmosphere. I want to say a few things about the Roy boys. I say Bernie Quinlan, Tim Pekin, Roosie, Brady Boyd, Scotty Bamford, Kevin Murray, former Brownlow medal winner. Did you cue the music or what? Did you cue the music? These guys were champions. These guys were greats. They were let down by the AFL. Gary Wilson, Mickey Conlon, Doug Barwick, champions. Absolute
Brad Boyd
champions.
to tosser.